There are 54 countries on the continent of Africa that are black countries. There are 16 in the Caribbean that are black countries. That means out of 195 countries in the world, 70 are black countries. Yet not one of those 70 countries has a nuclear weapon. Not one has built weapons of mass destruction to threaten the world. Not one has ever invaded another land to steal, conquer, or enslave. Think about that. Our ancestors left nothing behind that the world can point to with shame. No genocide, no mass shootings, no record of crossing oceans to chain other nations. We are the children of the only race that never tried to wipe out another people. Yet look at us today. We are the most oppressed, the most exploited, the most humiliated and silenced on this earth. We are blamed for poverty caused by stolen wealth. We are told to heal from wounds that were never allowed to close. We are told to move on, to forget, to forgive. While those who enslaved us still live in the comfort built from our stolen labor. They call us violent. They call us dangerous. But we, the only race that has never unleashed war upon others, remain the most victimized on this planet. And somehow, despite centuries of chains, whips, guns, and lies, we still rise each morning. We still pray. We still smile. We still hope. We are what the United Nations has been searching for. A people of peace. Yet this world refuses to give us peace in return. And that is the saddest part of all.
Black fatigue. I am so happy that this is being brought up. We've been dealing with this for over 40 years.
40 years? We've been dealing with your evil ways for 400 years. We forgave you for the whips. We forgave you for the chains. We forgave you for the evil laws you made that said somehow we're less human, even though you have 400 years of acting like monsters. White people created the black people of today, and now they're complaining about it. Yes, that's racist.
White fatigue is so real. That man was on that plane, spitting on people, hitting people, refused to stay in his seat. And I don't want to hear black women talking about black men don't protect black women. When that black woman was in distress, this black flight attendant, it was a black man that came to help her. Nobody else. It was a black man that came to help her. He was also there calling her slurs. And this just goes to show you, you people might think that you could say what you want online and it's all fine and dandy, but that's online. In real life, you saw the fear that man had in his eyes. I'm gonna put a picture of him right here. You seen the fear in this man's eyes when this big black nigga came and picked him up and put him in his seat like a child? It was over. He didn't say anything. He just stood there, shocked, like he seen a ghost. You probably didn't even see this video because the stereotypes are not being pushed. If the roles were reversed and it was an unruly, drunk black man being put in his place by a white man, all you'd see in the comments is, yeah, as we've always done for hundreds of years, we should have never freed them, yada, 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 whatever. But because it's not that, silence. But I'm gonna promote the things that are positive from our community because we are not our stereotypes.
Am I the only one that's starting to have white fatigue? Like, I'm fucking tired of you people. Like, I know at first the whole black fatigue was kind of big, but I'm about to explain how white fatigue is even more serious. The whole purpose of the black fatigue was just saying how we be robbing people, how we're aggressive as black people, how we're the usual suspects for 99% of the crimes. You'll see a black couple go to a restaurant, eat some food, and then just run off without paying the bill. And all the comments will be talking about the fatigue they got. Nobody wants to talk about how when there's just an evil, sick crime that goes down, like somebody unaliving both their parents, guess who the race always is? Or when somebody walks into school with a double-barreled shotgun, guess what the race is? That's why I'm starting to have extreme white fatigue. I can't be the only one that thinks y'all need to go into some extreme therapy. This story really put the icing on the cake. There was a little boy who unalived both his parents and threw a party over the bodies and nobody knew. And everybody can just go ahead and guess the race. White.
I'm tired of talking about racism. Have you heard of the new term? It's called black fatigue. Black people talking about racism so much and being like, I need this and you've done that. It's fatiguing me. I feel fatigued as a Caucasian. You are telling me about what my forefathers or what I currently do, which is making it unfair for you. Just get over it. It happened a long time ago. Do you think indigenous Indians have white fatigue? Do you think African Americans have white fatigue? Like Africans, with all the resources and the minerals and how they're still there taking their land and like taking 70% of the profits and marginalizing people. Do you know in some countries of Africa, European nations take from them, give back to their countries, put in their health system, their economy, this and that. And then they leave that African nation, which they have colonized, taken, in actual pitch black, no electricity. Think about that. So after all those things I say, is it okay for us to make a phrase called white fatigue? I'm sick of white people and I'm tired of that. That would be wrong to say, right? Because we didn't make a phrase called white fatigue. We just try to fight the machine the way you said to fight it, which is petition and comment, which never really works anyway. It's as soon as I call out a wrongful thing being done to me, now it's black fatigue. Let's flip it. If a lady has been great and then she starts complaining about what's happening and it's still happening to her, are you guys going to be like, oh my gosh, I have female fatigue? You would never even fix your mouth to say that because you would know that's an incredibly disrespectful and inconsiderate thing to say, to the point you could lose your job, your livelihood, your reputation, your respect, and you could even land up in a place where you could be, you know, a predator type thing. So it goes to show with the umbrella of racism how big it is. It has no credibility and respect to the point someone goes, oh, fuck, black people talking about it. Oh, I got black fatigue. Oh.
White people attempting to rebrand white rage by co-opting the term black fatigue as though it's a phenomenon they actually experience but only recently found the language to talk about is both dystopianly weird and tragically on brand. The copying, the whitewashing, the centering themselves by playing victim. But what's ironically telling about it is that the concept of racial battle fatigue is not new. It's been around for decades, and the term black fatigue has been used by black people for quite a while. Mary Frances Winters wrote a book that came out in 2020 titled Black Fatigue, and it describes the mental, emotional, and physical exhaustion that black people experience because of systemic racism. Now, notice how black people didn't call that white fatigue, because the purpose is not to assign blame in order to justify bad behavior. It is called black fatigue because it is a harm that black people experience, and so their focus is on addressing and combating that harm. Whereas when white people talk about experiencing black fatigue, they are not talking about a harm that they experience because of black people or anybody else. They are literally telling on their own inability to live in society with black people. And that's not new either. That's a pathology that has existed for hundreds of years, but call it what it is, white rage.
White people have co-opted the word black fatigue to mask racism and say racist and prejudiced tropes about us online. I figured I'd make a video to describe my white fatigue, my white malaise, my white exhaustion. FYP shows you what you're looking for. So if you're saying you're opening TikTok and all you're seeing is brawls and fights of black people, look within. Because why are you searching for us? Why are you monitoring us? You guys have the biggest monitoring spirits of life. If you're so tired of us, just leave us alone. I'm tired of white criminals. White people commit 70% of the crimes and arrests in this country. No such thing as black on black crime. You guys created that to continue to paint us as savages. Meanwhile, you guys are the ones committing all the crime. I'm tired of kids not being safe in school because people are being shot by white boys and girls in school. I'm tired of mass shootings in public places. I'm tired of bombers blowing up races, blowing up buildings. White people killing people. I'm tired of white serial killers. I'm tired of you guys praising white serial killers and then glorifying them by making movies and TV shows. White men committing crime and not going to jail. Stealing money from people's grandparents and stealing money from citizens and then you give them more and more. I'm tired of you guys causing the conditions for people not to be developed around the world or undeveloped and then label them as third world countries, second world countries, and then blame them for the reason that they're not developed, even though you're the reason they're not developed. I'm tired of being exposed to food that's been seasoned with air and imagination because these cows and chickens didn't have to die for no reason. I'm tired of Karens not minding their own business, and then when confronted about the business they didn't mind, then they have white tears, which then cause harm to white bodies, which then predicates police brutality, which you guys are the ones that perpetrate. I'm tired of the fact that your grandparents and your great-grandparents caused the conditions for black people to live in ghettos, black people not to own homes, black people not to have access to education, access to funds and programs, and then blame us for living in the ghetto, and then blame us for the violence that we are subject to, and then blame us for the conditions that we live in. Wow. Story after story of teachers having inappropriate relationships with their teenage students. Tired of the white hoods and KKK and the neo-Nazis, some which just got attacked in Ohio because they felt entitled to be openly racist. Really confused and tired about those rock concerts where you guys go ahead and beat each other up, but we're savages. Very savage, uncouth, ghetto behavior. Beating each other up for fun at concerts. Tired of the opioid crisis. I'm tired of white middle-class men who are criminals, who all they care about is the bottom line, and they willingly put drugs into the system which kill kids and which kill college students. Wow. I'm tired of seeing overweight people in my 600-pound life not doing anything with themselves and living off the government. I'm tired of white people being the largest recipients of welfare in this country and DEI programs. I'm tired of the history that you guys created in this country, to the point where my parents are the first people in my family that integrated schools. My parents are the first people in my family that had full rights. Not even my mother. Sorry, my dad was, maybe. And you guys acting like it's not real. That's what I'm tired of. Have a beautiful day, white folk.
I ain't gonna lie, we gotta start doing something about these people. Y'all heard about the white boy that took the lives of 3 black people a couple days ago and there's no media coverage on it? Look at this, y'all. Like, man, this happened in Cincinnati, Ohio, bro. Apparently it was no motive at all. Like, just, these people are sick, man. 9 times out of 10, they're gonna make an excuse calling this a mental illness for this dude, too. I can't even say it's fatigue anymore, bro. It's just like a sickness, man. I don't know.